What's going on, you guys? It's your boy, Movie Boy Mike. I got a major update for you guys on Welcome to Derry. Remember our good friend Dick Hallorann from The Shining, who worked in the kitchen at that hotel? Well, it turns out our friend Dick is set to play a major role in the upcoming series Welcome to Derry, coming October 26, 2025. In case you didn't know, Andy Muschietti and Stephen King are planning to use Welcome to Derry as the blueprint for this new Stephen King extended universe. But before we get into all of that, please be sure to smash that like and subscribe button. It really goes a long way, especially in Derry, Maine. Now let's get right into it. As I said, Stephen King and Andy Muschietti have huge ambitions for turning the little town of Derry into a huge, never-ending, expanded universe, going into all kinds of different Stephen King stories and novels that we've seen throughout the years. Imagine the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but with Stephen King. That's what they're trying to build. So, you guys may recall, we first meet Dick the Shining as he introduces himself to Danny via the Shine telepathically, and Danny finds out about his psychological abilities and ultimately learns how to control them through the course of the movie The Shining. And when Danny becomes an adult, he later learns to control it better through Dick in the movie Dr. Sleep and in the book. The biggest difference between the book and the movie is in the book The Shining, Dick doesn't die by the hands of Danny's father. In the book, he survives and is alive in Dr. Sleep, and instead of helping Danny out as a ghost, he actually helps him out in person. But in the movie Dr. Sleep, Dick comes back as a ghost and guides Danny through his journey of controlling his powers as an adult, along with spreading awareness to the fact that there's the True Knot and other monsters out there that eat people who shine, living off their pain so they can gain immortality. So with Welcome to Derry, they've decided to expand the role in a much bigger way than previously in Dr. Sleep and in The Shining. His character is meant to go as far as to even potentially owning the Black Spot, which, if you guys remember from the It book, was the black nightclub that was burned to the ground by white supremacists. Rumor has it that Dick is set to be the owner of the Black Spot, if not somebody in control of management. The same way he ran the kitchen in that hotel in The Shining, it makes a lot of sense that he would also be able to run a nightclub. Perhaps that's what he does off season when he's not working at the hotel. So the events that happen in The Shining take place in 1970, potentially early 1980s, but with that said, Welcome to Derry is going to take place in 1962. Therefore, we're going to see a slightly younger version of Dick, and we're going to watch as he plays a big role in the town of Derry, and specifically a family friend to the Hallorann family. Rumor also has it that Dick is a good and long family friend to Mike Hannolann's father, Will Hallorann, along with Mike's grandfather. So we'll have to see what unravels within his character in Welcome to Derry. On that same note, expanding Dick's character in Welcome to Derry would make a lot of sense in terms of how much he cares for children who shine in Dr. Sleep, because just like Pennywise, the True Knot in Dr. Sleep, they also feed off of people's pain and suffering, and in return are expanded many additional years of their life. So Pennywise and the True Knot have that in common. They both feed off of people's pain, but the True Knot specifically feed off of people who shine, and there has been a long time rumor within the Stephen King fan base that the Losers Club happen to have the shine. If we're going to go with that theory, we might be able to see if that's true in Welcome to Derry, as these new kids who I'm calling the Winners Club in Welcome to Derry. Let's see if they end up shining throughout the course of the show. Considering the fact that Dick shines, he might be able to play a vital role in how Pennywise is defeated in Welcome to Derry, as Dick has a lot of knowledge about the shine, considering him and his grandmother used to shine and communicate together. Dick might be a vital asset in helping this new Winners Club in Welcome to Derry defeat Pennywise for a temporary amount of time until he comes back in the 80s, moving to the main Derry timeline. No pun intended. But we're going to get to see a much younger version of Dick, and we're going to get to see how he ends up using his shine in day-to-day life in Derry of all places. Again, this goes back to Andy Muschietti and Stephen King trying to set up an extended universe within the Welcome to Derry TV show. You might have heard in my other video, Welcome to Derry is set to be the layout and blueprint for this upcoming Stephen King extended universe. Just think about it. Welcome to Derry now has The Shining and Dr. Sleep connected to that cinematic timeline. On that same note, I'm very curious what you guys think. What do you guys think about Dick making his appearance in Welcome to Derry? Please let me know in the comments section. Very curious what you guys think. Also, thank you guys so much for watching this video. It is always a pleasure. If you guys like what you see, hit that like and subscribe button for more. We all float down here, and you will too. I'll catch you guys next time.
Was that movie boy Mike?